The first sentence is elephants are big. In this sentence, the verb is are. Are is the verb to be. I call the verb to be a strong verb or a superverb. A strong verb means that it doesn't need an auxiliary. I'm strong, I have big muscles, here we go, and I don't need help, I'm strong. In present simple, it can be conjugated in three ways. Am, I am, is, he is, she is, it is, and are. We are, you are, they are. So in this sentence, elephants are big, we have a superverb, are. To make it negative, are will take a negative particle not, and the negative sentence will be elephants are not big. To make the question are strong verb, we'll move to the beginning of the sentence. Here we go. And our question will be, are elephants big? And we will not forget the question mark. The next sentence is elephants have big ears. In this sentence, the verb is to have. Unlike the verb to be, the verb to have is not a strong verb, just a regular guy, no big muscles, so it cannot make negative sentences and questions itself. It needs an auxiliary. When the auxiliary is in the sentence, the verb is not conjugated, and in present simple tense, the auxiliaries are do and does. With the pronouns I, we, you, and they, we use the auxiliary do. I do, we do, you do, they do. And with the pronouns he, she, and it, we use the auxiliary does. He does, she does, and it does. So in our sentence, elephants can be replaced by they, so we use the auxiliary do, and the negative sentence will be elephants do not have big ears. Our verb is do not have. We can also use a contracted form of do not, and we can say elephants don't have big ears. Do not is the same thing as don't. Elephants don't have big ears. And now the question. It will start with the auxiliary do. Do elephants have big ears? And we will not forget the question mark. Now let's look at another sentence. Bob likes apples. In this sentence, the verb is likes. Just like the verb to have, likes is not a strong verb, so we will need an auxiliary. In this sentence, Bob can be replaced by he, and so the auxiliary will be does. When the auxiliary is in the sentence, the verb is not conjugated. So if we have does, the S will disappear. So our negative sentence is going to be Bob does not like apples. Like no S, apples. Does not can be replaced by the contracted form doesn't, so we can say Bob doesn't like apples. The question will begin with the auxiliary does, and our question is, does Bob like apples? And we will not forget the question mark. Now, can't we say, likes Bob apples? And the answer is no, we cannot say likes Bob apples. That's not a correct question because likes is not a strong verb. It's just a normal verb and it needs an auxiliary do or does. In our case, it's not do, it's does. So we cannot say likes Bob apples. No, it's not correct. We have to say does Bob like apples? Does Bob like apples? And we will not forget the question mark.